who is watching this fantastic video. My name is Olenjolai from beautiful country, Tanzania, east of the African continent. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you into one of our online institutions that's called Linear&Quadratic Advanced Secondary School, in square bracket Olenjolai. Simultaneously, I would like to welcome you into one of our YouTube channels that's called TANZANIA Online School, in square bracket Olenjolai. Well, so we are very happy to have you today, whether a national or international viewer. We have a good news for you. First of all, we'd like to remind you an assignment that we have. We have an assignment to train, to teach, to incubate, to mentor, and even to lead some group of students who will be ready to take the classroom instruction combined with the knowledge and wisdom that we are going to extract from the Holy Bible in order to solve real-life problems. So our main objective in online advanced secondary school in square bracket OLENJOLAIM is to teach and train our students to solve real-life problems. We have different scales of real-life problems. We have a small scale real-life problems, intermediate scale real-life problems, and even advanced scale real-life problems. So regardless of what the size of the problems, but remember that there are the problems that are waiting you to solve. That's why that you are born, and that's why that you are alive. We have so many specific objectives in this online institution, online school. One of the specific objectives is we like to make sure that we transform all our students to love the beauty, to love best applied mathematics, or simply called it. And the second specific objective will be preparing you to go successful through the continuous assessment of your midterm testing, term exams, annual exams, pre-mock exams, mock exams, and pre-NECT exams, and NECT exams. So we'll be preparing you. And again, we have another specific objective that will be preparing you step to step for your final exams, which you call the Advanced Certificate Secondary Education Examinations of Best Applied Mathematics, or simply called TBAM. So those are the specific objectives, but remember the main objective, we like to teach you on how you use these classroom instructions and with the knowledge of Word of God in order to solve real-life problems in our community. We have more than 3 departments. One of the departments in this school is called Advanced Mathematics. And here we are teaching you basically 4 subjects. Best applied mathematics for the Form 5, best applied mathematics for the Form 6, advanced mathematics Form 5, advanced mathematics Form 6. Again, we have in the subject of best applied mathematics Form 5, we have to cover almost 6 chapters or 6 topics. The third topic is called algebra. So we are in the first subtopics that called simultaneous equations, plural. And we are in session 3, that titled as solving simultaneous equations involving linear and quadratic equations. These material are relevant or can help the Form 5, pre-Form 5 students, pre-Form 6 and Form 6 class 13, or just of the following combinations, or any types or any level of study. So in Tanzania, we will be focusing, we would like to help students who are pursuing the following combinations. This is PCB, CBG, CBA, CBN, ECA, HGE. P stands for the advanced physics, C stands for advanced chemistry, B stands for the advanced biology, G stands for the advanced geography, and this E stands for advanced economics, C stands for commerce, A stands for accountants, H stands for history, advanced history, G stands for advanced geography, and E stands for advanced economics, and N stands for nutrition. These are the combinations that will be focused. So you can see the subject of best applied mathematics. It's the one that is studied by so many advanced students. So we have again 2 things that I'd like just to quickly give you a brief. The first one is we have our online, our advanced online library where we equip our students with essential materials. And we have this, we call them the equipment. This is the first equipment or first tool. We call it best applied mathematics syllabus for advanced secondary education for 5, so Form 6 And this is the syllabus of the Republic of Tanzania. You can order this book and you can ship in any regions of the 31 regions of the United Republic of Tanzania. We have a second weapons, the reference books. This is basic applied mathematics for advanced level secondary school students books from 5 and from 6, prepared by Tanzania Institute of Education or TIE. So you can order this book, we can ship it to you with affordable cost and minimum shipping cost. Again, you have another questions and answers book that we call the Basically Applied Mathematics Review, Problems and Solutions of 2001 through 2016, right? So you can order also this book. Just to go to the descriptions of this video, just to click the buttons that is being written show more, and then show. So click this button, show more, and then you will see the link that will take you into the video and give you too much descriptions of the books that we have in our library. These are the sample books that just to take. But again, we have the equipment number 4, which is the scientific calculator. For instance, this is Casio function 981, original scientific calculator. We can also sell this scientific calculator to you with a very affordable price because we are providing service, we are not doing business. So you can order this original scientific calculator, and hence that you should not be worried about the functionality, because it can work or it can function, depends on how you keep it, but it can function without any problems for more than 3 years. Okay, so that's the point. You can order and we can ship it this scientific calculator to wherever you are in Tanzania. We don't have any shipping mechanism for international students, but once we accomplish or we have it, then we'll let you know in advance. So as I said, that this is session 3, and I'd like just to take you basically just to do a quick review to remind you what we covered in session 3. Okay, quick review of session 2. So actually we've been doing some few stuff. We've been formulating simultaneous equation from word problem. Okay, from word problems. And then also that's the first thing that we've been doing. Then the second thing after formulating we used to solve. We solve what? We solve linear and the quadratic simultaneous equation. Okay, simultaneous equation by using we have so many methods by using elimination. Method. And let us do this was example 3. It's a correction. Let's do a correction of homework 2. So let us do corrections of what I left in the previous session. So the question was reading that the sum of the two whole numbers, I won't repeat to right? In case you missed it, make sure that you go back into session 2. The sum of the two whole numbers is 5. And the difference of the year squares is 5. Find the two numbers. So the first is that say that let x and y to be the two numbers. So we say that the sum of these two numbers, x plus y, is equal to 5. And the difference of the year square means x squared minus y squared. Suppose that x is greater than y squared. The difference of the year square is 5. Okay. But the first is 12. So suppose that this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. step, we say that make y the subject in equation 1. So to make y the subject in equation 1, this will be 5 minus x. So then we say that substitute. So we go for the second step. Say that substitute equation 3 in equation 1, in equation 2. So substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Equation 2 state that x squared minus y squared, this is equal to x squared minus x minus 5. 5 minus what? 5 minus x squared. And this is equal to what? This is equal to 5. So then this is x squared minus what? So 5 minus x, 5 minus x, this is equal to 5. So this is x squared minus what? 5 times 4, 5 is 25. 5 minus this one, this is minus 10x. This is plus x squared. And this is equal to 5. Okay. So this will make what x squared minus what? 5 plus 10x minus x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay? So x squared minus x squared, that will be 0. Then we say that we have a 25, negative 25. So we have negative 7 plus 10x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0. Because if you add by 30 to both sides, then you find that 10x is equal to 30. 30 over 10 is equal to 30. So x, the value of x is equal to 3. Value of x is equal to 3. Then we go for the third step. Third step, we say that find the value of y, either by using equation 1 or equation 2. Value of y in equation 3, we eliminated y. So y is equal to 5 minus x. For the value of x, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So y is equal to 2. If you add two values, x plus means 3 plus 2, you get 5. If you square 3, means 3 squared is equal to 9, and 2 squared is equal to 4. So 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. So the questions ask us to find the two numbers. So the two numbers are three and 2. But the response. So that's the response of what we example said. So you can check. If you succeeded to get this one, congratulations. If you missed it, try once again. Don't give up. Ladies and gentlemen, now let us solve example 4. The sum of two numbers is 12. And the product of the same numbers okay, now we have example 4, and this example 4 is read as the sum of the two numbers is 12 and the products of the same numbers is 20. What the difference between the two numbers? Sum of the two numbers is 12 and the products of the same numbers is 20. What the difference between the two numbers? So it's a little bit tricky question. We are not asked the numbers, we are asked the difference between the two numbers. So listen, so pay attention on this one. What the difference between the two numbers? Solution. First is the let x, let A, and let N letters A and B to be the two numbers. To be the two numbers. So the sum of the two numbers, which is A plus B, this is equal to 12. And then the product of the same numbers, which is A plus B, is equal to what? 20. Then what the difference between the two numbers? So you cannot find the difference until we find the two numbers. So suppose that is question 1 and this is question 2. So today we don't have the difference, we don't have the square, the quadratic questions, we just have, okay, we'll formulate the quadratic questions later. So here we form the quadratic, we form the simultaneous equation from the word program. So the second step. Second stage, we say that a simple way is to make A the subject of question 1. So we have A plus B is equal to 12. So if you make A the subject, this is equal to 12 minus B. So this is actually 30. Okay, so then we have AB is equal to 20. AB is equal to 20. So the value of A is 12 minus B. Times B is equal to 20. So B times 12 of B minus B squared is equal to 20. Then we say this is negative B squared plus 12B minus 20 is equal to 0. So you can divide by negative. You can divide by negative 1, just to formulate the equation. And have B squared plus 12B plus 20 is equal to 0. Okay, so B squared minus 12B plus 20 is equal to 0. So this is question 4. So you go for the density. So, equation 4. So you can use equation 4 by using scientific calculator. This is the quadratic equation. Just mod 3 times, then choose equation, then go to degree of 2 degree. The value of quotient of B squared is 1. Quotient of B it's negative 12. Quotient of C it is 20. So the value of B, this is equal to 10. And then the value of B, it's 10. So you have two values of 40 of B. B is equal to 10 and B is equal to 12. So you have to find the value of A. Using scientific calculator. 3. Find A. If A is equal to it. Is equal to 10. So this is 12 minus 10. 8 is 2. So B, when B is equal to 10, A is equal to 2. The next is A to 7. Say that to 1. B is equal to 2. A is equal to 12. Let's put the answer is equal to 10. So you have two values. Okay, you have two values. But these two values are the same. So it means that the values of B is equal to 2 and B is equal to 10. While A is equal to 10 and another A is equal to 2. So the numbers are only 2. 10 and 2. That's all. Cause us. So say that the two numbers are 10 and 2. Only two numbers. Then what the difference between the two numbers? So the difference, we take the largest number, which is 10, the smallest, which is 2, and so it's equal to 8. So the difference between two numbers is 8. That's the solution of the question that we've been given. So let us go to example 5. This you have to refer. The Brown Let's Apply Mathematics book. Exercise 3.1, question 6. Question 6 or question? Yes, question 6. So now it's time for problem solving. So problem solving. So you're still solving problems, okay? Question 6. Exercise 3.1. So it's page 76. So let me give you the reference of the page. Refer page 76. The question stated: solve the following simultaneous question. This is the review exercise. Solve the following simultaneous questions. So the following simultaneous equations are what? X plus y is equal to 15. And the other one is x squared minus y squared is equal to 75. So we have to solve in order to give you confidence, because the exercise 3.1 comprises 10 questions for students to test himself or herself about his level of understanding of solving simultaneous solving simultaneous equation involving linear and the quadratic equations, and also formulating the simultaneous equation for the word problems. So this is one of them. So among 10 questions, I'm going to solve only 2, question number 6 and question number 9. In question number 6, just question number 1 through question number 8 will be given the simultaneous equations, then you have responsibility just to solve, as I taught you, and even as how am I going to teach you. But example 9 and 10, these were the problems. So you have to formulate the simultaneous equation from the given word problems and solve. So we'll be having 2 main activities. Right here, we have only one activity of solving. We'll be given the simultaneous equation. Right? Are you ready for that? So let us go. You have to enjoy the period of best calculate mathematics. Solution. So to solve this one, this is linear equation, and this is quadratic equation. So we can name them equation 1 and equation 2. So the first step, we can either by using elimination, so we have to solve by using elimination method. We can either eliminate x or y. So let us eliminate x. Make x in equation 1 the subject. Okay, so x is equal to 15 minus 1. So this will form equation 3. So let us go to the second step. Second step, so you can substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So to substitute equation 3 in equation 2, so this is x squared minus y squared is equal to 75. For the value of x is 15 minus y. 15 minus y squared minus y squared is equal to 75. Then let us expand. So if you expand this one, we have 15 minus y, then 15 minus y squared is equal to 75. So 15 times 15 is 225. Then 15 times negative y times 15, this will make negative 30y. Negative y times negative y, this will make positive y squared. And minus y squared is equal to 75. So y squared minus y squared is equal to 0. Then 229, so it will be 200. So it will be 225 minus 30y. This is equal to 75. So simply negative 30y is equal to 75 minus 225. So the value of y for this case will be at, so just take 75, clear first the scientific calculator. So press shift, clear all, and also press the equal sign twice. So we take 75 minus 225. Answer is negative 150. Then we have divide with what? With negative 30. So the answer is 5. So the value of y is 5. So if the value of y is 5, what will be the value of x? So you see, simple, very simple. Basically, like mathematics, and especially geography, if you follow the principles and the steps that I'm teaching you, you find stuff are simple. So then we go for the third step. Third step, we say that find the value of x in equation 3. The value of x in equation 3. So equation 3 is x is equal to 15 minus 1. What the value of y? Value of y is 5. So the answer is equal to So the value of x it is 10. So therefore, we take that because the questions asked here that solve. So the values of x and y are, value of x is 10, the value of y is 5, respectively. Those are the two values of x and y, respectively. Well, so I don't want to waste much of your time, ladies and gentlemen. Let me now present to you the question number 9 of exercise 3.1, which is the word problem. So we formulate the simultaneous equation and then we solve it. So that will make example 6, which is concept. Okay. And how you have to refer the basic applied mathematics book, exercise 3.1, this book. I'm talking about this book. Interesting basic applied book, basic mathematics book. Okay. Question 9, and then page 76. So let me write and let me present the problem for you. The difference between two numbers is 10, and the difference between the squares is 40. So the question I formulate a system of simultaneous equation. System of simultaneous equation, simultaneous linear equation, system of simultaneous linear equations, and find the numbers. Find the numbers. Okay, so the difference between two numbers is 10, and the difference between the squares is 40. Formulate the systems of simultaneous equation, simultaneous linear equation, and find the numbers. You can pause the video and try to solve these questions yourself on a rough paper. And hence, once we are done, then we can keep on. So say solution. Okay, solution. So the difference between two numbers, so say the first is 3 first step we say that formulate the simultaneous equation. However, that here we have the simultaneous linear and the the simultaneous linear equations. So formulate the simultaneous linear equation. Why? Because we have the difference between the two numbers is 10 and the difference between the squares. Okay, the simultaneous linear and quadratic equation. So let us start with the first sentence, the difference between the two numbers. So to formulate, you have to say that you have to make x and y to be the two numbers. So the difference between the two numbers, x minus y, is equal to 10. The difference between two numbers is 10. And then the next sentence, I believe that you've write on your own on the rough paper, and now it's a 10 for correction. Then we say the difference between the squares is 40. The difference between these two squares, x minus y squared, is equal to 40. Name these equations as equation 1, name these equations as equation 2. Alright? So, we go for the second step. Second step, we say that we make x the subject, in equation 1 above. So to make x the subject in equation 1 above, we have x minus y is equal to 10. This will implies what? X is equal to y plus 10. So x is equal to y plus 10. This is equation 3. So you go for the third step. So the first thing, remember the first part of the question, formulate a system of the simultaneous linear equation. So that the system simultaneous linear equation. So the second step, we say that substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So to substitute equation 3 in equation 2, we have y plus 10. So then expand. So here we have 1 plus 10 square is equal to minus y square. This is equal to 40. Okay, so let us expand this. So you have y plus 10 plus 1 plus 10 plus y is equal to 40. Okay? So y times y is y squared plus 20y plus 100 minus y squared is equal to 40. So y squared minus y squared is equal to 0. Then 20 squared into y is equal to 40 minus 100. So 20y is equal to negative 60. So over 20, y is equal to negative 3. For the value of x, we know the value of x, we know the value of y itself. So the value of y is equal to negative 3. And we have to use that value of negative y. Of negative 3, the value of y is equal to negative 3 to find the value of x. So that will be the first step. Use y is equal to negative 3 to to find x in equation 3 above. In equation 3 or t above. So x is equal to y, which is negative 3 plus what? Plus 10. Answer is equal to what? Is equal to 7. So x is equal to 7. So the two numbers are x is equal to 7 and y is equal to negative 3. So before we conclude, we can prove y is equal to 3, y is equal to negative 3, and x is equal to 7. So let us come back to the system of the equation. X is 7 minus negative 3, the answer is equal to 10. Then x is 7. 7 squared is 49, right? 49. Then 49 minus what? Y squared, negative 3 squared, it is 9. So the answer is 40. So the two values satisfies the given equation. So you can conclude now, therefore, the value of x and y, or the values of two numbers, because they're not given, we just let it in. The values of two numbers, ladies and gentlemen, we can conclude that the values of two numbers so therefore conclude that the values of two numbers are 7 and negative 3. Values of two numbers are 7 and negative 3. Interesting. So these are the values of two numbers and their programs. And the system of equation is a system of equations is x minus y is equal to 10 and the x squared minus y squared is equal to 40. But the final response, interesting. I believe that you enjoyed the beauty of basically applied mathematics and the beauty of algebra and the beauty of dealing with simultaneous equations involving linear and quadratic equation. Okay. So right now, let me take you into, so it was example 3, example 4, example 5, example 6. So now let's take you example 7. Example 7. So this example 7 have to prefer advanced certificate secondary education examination of basic applied mathematics 2016 question series. In case of your final exams, which is called advanced certificate secondary education examination of basic applied mathematics, the questions of algebra will be the question number 3. So every 30 questions of the entire exam of basic applied mathematics is about algebra. Maybe simultaneous, maybe testing about sequence, or it may be testing about proportions or variations. So it depends. So when I was preparing this session, I noticed that questions A, part B of basic applied mathematics 2016 is all testing about what? So question 3B. So now you see the importance of this basic applied mathematics review book. So right now you can go through past papers of 2001 through 2016 and of question number 3 and test yourself whether you have understood the concept I've been teaching you or not. So the question was saying that solve the following simultaneous equation. Solve the following simultaneous equation by substitution method. By substitution. Substitution method. And this is x in y is equal to 16. Here we have x squared plus y squared is equal to 32. So simple. You just have to solve. This is linear equation. This is quadratic equation. But because that you don't trust on your solution and don't trust on yourself, let us solve. I'm going to solve these questions because I know some students will say that, sir, you didn't even solve at least one questions of the past paper, so we might get confidence to go through other questions. So let me solve it. So solution. Okay, let us name this equation 1 and this is equation 2. So to solve these equations, we have different ways. So we can say that the first step, we can say that let us make x the subject of equation 1. So to make x the subject of equation 1, so you get x is equal to 16 over y. So this will make equation 3. Okay, so if that's the case, you say that we go for the second step. Substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So this is x squared plus y squared is equal to 32. So what is x squared? What is the value of x? The value of x is 16 over y squared plus y squared is equal to 32. Okay, so 16, so here we have 16 squared over y squared plus y squared is equal to 32. Then don't worry, we are going to deal with. So 16 squared is what? 16 squared, let's find 16 times 16. This will make 256 over y squared plus y squared is equal to 32. Then multiply by y squared both sides. So you have y squared 256 over y squared plus y squared times y squared is equal to 32y squared. So 256 plus y power 4, this is equal to 32 y squared. So we have y power 4 minus 32 y squared. So simply, here you have y power 4 minus 32. Don't worry about the power of 4. So minus 32 y squared plus what? 256 is equal to 0. Okay. So if in the case you say that we have this problem, so we go for the OT, for the steady state. The steady state, we have to formulate the simultaneous equations of the degree of 2. We cannot solve that in simultaneous equation of degree of 4. So we have to say that let y squared be m. So here we have m squared because it is y squared squared. So it will be m squared and 32 m plus 256 is equal to 0. Then the first step now. So this is equation what? Equation 4. So solve equation 4. Where is your certificate calculator? It means the value of m. So we're expecting to have two values of m, the first value of m and the second value of m. So just take your certificate calculator, where the functions of 100 is also useful for basic applied mathematics. So just to go to the mode and then equations, then go to the 2 degree as I told you. M squared, the coefficient of m squared is 1. The coefficient of m is negative 32. The coefficient of c is 256. So this m is equal to 16. And also the other value of m is 16. So it's 16. Yeah. So if you have 16, 250. Okay, so if you're there, okay, so the value of m is what it is 16. Remember that we left here y, but y squared is equal to what? To m. So our aim was to find the value of y. So y is equal to square root of m. What the value of m is 16. So the square root of 16 is 4. Then we found the value of y. So the value of y is equal to 4. So we go for the fifth system. Fifth system now, we have to find value of x for y is equal to 4. So you have to recall what? Question 3. So the value of x is equal to what? Is equal to 16 over 1. So this is 16 over 4. So the answer is equal to 4. So the value of x is equal to 4, while the value of y is 4. So let us prove. 4 times 4, 16. 4 square, 16. Plus 4 square, 16. Plus 16 is 32. So those are the two values. So solve the following simultaneous equation by substitution method. So use the substitution method. So therefore we say that the value of x and y is 4. This there. And then say I forgot. If you manage to solve this question you will be awarded 5 marks by NECTA, right? National Council of Voting. Okay, NECTA. So NECTA, this is National Examination Council of Tanzania. Okay, so this the value of voting of X and Y is 4, right? The value of X and Y is 4. They have the same value. The value of X and Y is the same. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen of pre-form 5, form 5 class or class 13 or pre-class 13, pre-form 6C or form 6C or pre-class 14 or class 14. This is the end of session 3 of solving simultaneous equation involving linear and quadratic equation. I would like to invite you into the next session, which will be the session 4, where I will be teaching you about series, sequence and series, but in advanced level. We can just remind you some few concepts that we taught you during your education, during your form 3 or class 11 or grade 11, equivalent to the grade 11. But we'll be focusing into a little bit, we'll be adding some new concept for you. So you have to stay tuned. We remind you once again that for you to get our official notification from the YouTube community, make sure to subscribe into our YouTube channels that called the Tanzania Online Advanced Secondary School in square bracket OLENJOLAIM. Once again, we ask you to share these contents with some other students who are studying best applied mathematics, because they can access the contents at any time and anywhere. So I thank God who have been with me during the preparations of these sessions and even during these times that when I'm teaching you. And I thank God who have given you opportunity to learn with me the beauty of best applied mathematics for the form 5. And I thank God also who will be with us in the session 4 of best applied mathematics of algebra, the third chapter, which of the form 5 of birth of man in form 5, which is called the algebra. So may God bless you. I'm asking you to keep praying for me, and I'll be keep praying for you, so that we may accomplish the main goal of Tanzania Online Advanced Secondary School in square bracket OLENJOLAIM. And the main objective is to solve real life problems. So once again, in case you feel from your heart that you want to offer our card, your freewheeling Thanksgiving offering, then you may achieve that goal through this telephone number 0759 74 53 31. And also, in case you want to do the bank transactions, just go to the descriptions in order to get details on how that you can pay, on how that you can send your freewheeling Thanksgiving. And I want just to tell you that freewheeling Thanksgiving will be used effectively on the paying the running cost for this program, so that so many lectures or so many sessions of best applied mathematics will be in air for you to access and enjoy. So stay tuned and stay connected. This is Olenjolai.